Chronicles. Gaurav Gogoi, Lok Sabha MP of the Congress, continuing with us. We're also now being joined by Shazia Ilmi, spokesperson for the BJP. We should have a representative of the Aam Aadmi Party in a few minutes also. And, Saurabh Bhardwaj, in fact, joining us from the AAP as we speak, and Aarti Jerath here in the studio with me. Shazia Ilmi, why wasn't Kirti Azad even given the opportunity to explain his position? No show cause notice. First, we had that terse one-liner from his party. Now they talk about how he actively colluded with the AAP and the Congress.
I think it's all too obvious that Kirti Azad actually was asking for it. There were several parleys and attempts made to address his grievances, so to speak, but he continued to do so at a time when the party itself was going through a crisis, trying to push through important legislative business in view of all the disruptions that were going on, choosing this time, going piggyback on AAP and using the entire Rajinder Kumar matter to push this. Definitely shows a collusion between AAP and Congress and Kirti Azad. In fact, I feel, and many editorials have also written, that a very long rope has been given. And why is BJP waiting too long? Look at what AAP did. Prashant Bhushan and Yogendra Yadav asked some questions, and fair questions, and they were asked to go. They were suspended. The internal Lokpal was thrown out. But in this case, despite what Shatrughan Sinha has been saying, and Kirti Azad for ever so long, and in such scathing terms, there was a lot of restraint. But only when the matters went out of hand and Kirti Azad joined hands with the opposition and AAP, strengthening their cause to ask for resignation and be in a bonhomie, so to speak, with Sonia Ji.
Kirti Azad says he has been raising...
But last thing.
Quickly.
Also the tweet, there was a very ugly tweet using a very abusive term.
Which he claims
his... Of course, later on.
He claims his computer was hacked.
He said was not his.
You may choose to believe him or not. He says that was not him. But anyway, that's
so
the material.
I don't really see any consistency there.
Okay. But post his party's decision to suspend him, Shazia Ilmi, Kirti Azad says that he has been raising all these issues for the last 9 years. Why is it that only now the party has decided to take this action? He's saying he hasn't changed his stand in 9 years.
Because it is exactly, and it is only now that Kirti Azad saw opportunity when Arvind Kejriwal saw the opportunity after Rajinder Kumar, after he was caught protecting the corruption of Rajinder Kumar, already a tainted officer handpicked by Arvind Kejriwal. And when Arvind Kejriwal raised it and media picked it up, Kirti Azad thought this would be his opportunity, and he went on hammer and tongs, doing one press conference after the other, weakening the stand of the party on so many important, crucial legislative business at a very important time. He could have restrained himself and waited till the parliament got over.
Let me take this across
and not given this opportunity to the opposition at this point of time to ask for Arun Jaitley's head.
Well, you've heard everything that the BJP has to say. Are you saying that this is still double standards by them?
Of course. I think there are two questions to ask.
Yes.
We had heard rumors that the BJP MP Kirti Azad will be suspended.
Yes.
Why did the BJP party wait for the parliament to get over and then decide to suspend the BJP MP Kirti Azad? Clearly, because they didn't want to receive any heat from opposition parties in the parliament the next day. Second, why did you suspend without even a show cause notice? Isn't that a disproportionate punishment? Now, what did Kirti Azad do? He only revealed details of this DDA scam, which has been under investigation.
Stronger.
So when you have such a disproportionate punishment for only revealing details, it reeks of cover-up. You only want to cover up the truth. You want to gag the whistleblower. You want, instead of saying zero tolerance against corruption, you have zero tolerance against whistleblowers. And Prime Minister says, na khaunga, na khane dunga. Now the party lines needs to be khane dunga or dusro ko badnaam karunga.
Shazia, let me respond to that. How are you going to claim to be the party with a difference? What is the message that you're sending out over here? When you're cracking down on your own MP,
very clear. The message
who's being a whistleblower.
The message is very clear that a disgruntled MP, when he rakes up an issue, which has been going on for 9 years only because of Aam Aadmi Party and Congress at a time when BJP is trying very hard to push important legislative business, whether it's the Juvenile Justice Act or GST, to use it to tarnish party's image. At this point of time,
why is the party's image being tarnished? Shazia Ilmi, he is raising the matter of corruption in the DDCA. Why should he be disciplined for that?
There can be a probe, and there has been a probe in the matter. But asking for Arun Jaitley, your finance minister, to leave at this point of time, joining hands with opposition, which is looking for a reason at this point of time, shows connivance. And there is some kind of a collusion that's going on. And if he's so unhappy with this regime, and he has such a problem with the ruling dispensation and his ministers, he should go. And he's made it amply clear, and he says, I'm happy to go. He in fact tweeted this also, अरे जेटली जी आप अरविंद केजरीवाल पर मुकदमा क्यों कर रहे हैं, हमारे पर कीजिए defamation. He's asking for it, so I don't know what is the big surprise here.
All right, Gaurav Gogoi here says he's very sorry, he feels sorry for Kirti Azad. Saurabh Bhardwaj, would you say you feel sorry for him too?
They all do, I'm sure.
I have to say that, as a politician, I believe that BJP, or rather Arun Jaitley, has committed two big political blunders in the recent past. First thing, he filed a defamation case, and he publicized the matter himself. And the second thing is, now they have made, after suspending Mr. Azad, they have literally made him a Azad person, and he has been, what he has been claiming till now is that he is showing papers, he is quoting reports from the committees, he is quoting reports from the fact-finding committees, he is showing proofs, he is showing papers, he is even showing you the video clippings where Mr. Arun Jaitley could be seen protecting the people. And he claims that he has another CD which will say, like, कि usse aag lag jayegi. So it's, and on the other side you have Arun Jaitley, who has not put any defense for himself. What he says is that I am such a Mahan Neta that nobody can accuse me. And I don't know, if Shazia Ilmi can
said that.
Quote
Nobody
me
said anything like that.
one section
Saurabh,
of the criminal law which
Saurabh,
says that if somebody is a Mahan
so
Neta, he cannot be accused of any corruption.
It is Arvind Kejriwal who lied on the floor of the assembly, saying a CBI officer came to him and said the opposition leader should be killed.
Shazia, let's not...
you have not been able to name the whistleblower. No, let's be fair on this. And he's not been able to... And as far as Arun Jaitley ji is concerned, he said there have been irregularities. But Arun Jaitley is...
What did the Prime Minister say, Shazia?
But Arun Jaitley himself
Prime Minister
has
said
nothing
that
to do
Jaitley
with
ji is
it.
very pure, he's a pure person. And compare Jaitley ji to Advani ji.
Yes,
but what did
he is.
Advani ji do?
Yes, he
Advani
is.
ji resigned.
Yes,
Like
he
the
is.
Prime
When there was a
Minister.
Hawala probe against him, Advani ji resigned. Now look what has BJP has transformed into. Instead of taking a moral stand, it is punishing that MP who has revealed all the details.
Just like over Kalmadi, you just totally dismissed and trashed Manishankar Iyer.
You have shot
What did
yourself
you
in
do?
the
Oh my
foot.
God, it's hilarious
Today,
when Congress talks about corruption.
The Kirti Azad
the corrupt
said
party,
that
the grand
he believed
old
in the
party
Prime
of
Minister.
corruption
What did
is
he say in the
talking about
press
this.
conference?
Don't make
he
us
believed
laugh.
in the Prime Minister.
No, don't make
and
us
this
laugh,
is the
Mr.
result.
Gogoi. Are you
this
being
is what
funny?
he's got
Are
after
you being
believing
funny,
in the
sir?
Prime Minister.
You
He
know
said,
what?
I have faith in my
Suresh
Prime
Kalmadi
Minister.
was
Gaurav
He
Gogoi,
talks
Shazia
about
Ilmi,
against corruption. And
we
today
can't
the
hear
Prime
either of you.
Minister, before leaving for Moscow, has decided to suspend.
Aarti
This is
Jairat,
what
I'm going to
Kirti
ask you
Azad
to leap
for his
in over
faith in
here.
the Prime Minister.
All right. Aarti Jairat, do you think this is going
It
to
is
backfire
hilarious.
for the BJP?
Well, Ankita, it's clearly a huge political embarrassment. I mean, I think it is absolutely unprecedented for an MP belonging to a ruling party to stand up on the floor of Parliament and point a finger at his own finance minister. I don't think this has ever happened before. So, I mean, I'm not surprised that the BJP has chosen to suspend him. But the thing is that, I mean, now he's outside the tent. So,
It's only going to go further downhill from here.
And he's already making threatening noises. I mean, the soundbite he gave in Ahmedabad as he landed, wait and see what I do. So, I mean, it is going to be a political embarrassment. And I mean, clearly, Kirti Azad can't be controlled. I mean, Ram Lal, who is the RSS representative in the BJP, met him. After that, Amit Shah had 2 meetings with him. And all 3 asked him not to hold the press conference. He still went ahead and did it. So, you know, I mean, obviously there's something boiling inside him, and, you know, he feels that he has nothing to lose
All right,
now.
Shazia Ilmi,
So
Aarti makes this point that perhaps now that you have suspended, your party has suspended Kirti Azad, it's exposed itself even more. Would you agree with that, or you know, is this a message really to all dissidents in the party? Could Shatrughan Sinha, for instance, be next?
No, well, it happens in all the parties. We saw how Prashant Bhushan and Yogendra Yadav were thrown with bouncers, that too, kicked out of meetings because they spoke against it. Somebody like me was asked to leave when I stood up to some things that I didn't believe in. But this has gone on for too long, and I agree with Aarti ji when she says that 3 meetings were there. Kirti Azad was hell-bent on using this opportunity at this point of time to say something.
3 meetings were an
So
effort at
obviously
cover
he's
up.
threatening. He could come
You
up.
wanted to cover up the details. That is why you were putting pressure on Kirti Azad to not release the details.
No. If he wanted to cover up, he would have assuaged it. No.
It's further evidence.
I want to answer that.
That you don't want the details to come out. You are trying to cover up. You want to put a lid on this case.
No, let me finish. Agreed. Let me answer that. If we wanted to cover up, we would have assuaged Kirti Azad. We would have contained him, knowing very well he's going to go out and maybe he has a can of bombs.
BJP is known for vendetta. It doesn't know.
So think about it. How is it a cover up?
Persuasion.
It's not a cover up.
It only knows authoritarianism.
Saurabh Bhardwaj has a point.
Typical
I'll bring him in as well.
BJP. It doesn't believe in consensus,
I'm
persuasion.
disputing. No.
It only
First
believes in
slap your
disproportionate
argument.
punishment.
If you wanted to
Shazia,
cover up,
We have
you
been
would have
suspended.
assuaged
I have been
it.
suspended. I know what this
desperately
feels
tried
like.
to
cover
We
up.
were suspended for the courage of our convictions. Today, Kirti Azad is saying that I believe in the Prime Minister when he says zero tolerance against corruption, and what he has been rewarded with, he has been rewarded with a suspension. And why didn't you suspend him before? Why did you wait for the Parliament to get over? What were you waiting for? Are you so afraid of opposition asking you tough questions in the Parliament?
Of course,
You could have
let the
taken this
Parliament do
action.
its business.
You could have taken this
You don't
action
believe in
yesterday.
the Parliament
You
doing
are
its
running
business.
away in
You
Parliament.
have
You are
ruined
running
the
away
winter
from the
session.
DDCA.
But BJP won't do that. No, you ran away. You ran away. You were outside the Parliament. You disrupted it. Thanks to you, nothing happened. The country suffered because of you.